Good evening, and welcome to the St. Petersburg by Night podcasting network. Tonight, we present to you our Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle, Hounds.
Welcome to another St. Pete by Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
In the heart of night, we rise from shadows, howling at the moon, igniting our battles, cleansing Gaia of an endless fight, until our final days we will fight. Thanks, man, we stand united as one. Evil spirits lurking with horror and dread. Little light leads us where the brave dare tread. Glory and honor, wisdom in our hand. Together we rise, take our final stand. Everywhere we run, the wind is at our back. All the warm forces we will track. From the depths of the ocean to the clouds in the sky, vampires tremble as we learn to fight. Rage across Tampa, in this fight we'll stay. Evil spirits lurking with horror and dread. Little light leads us where the brave dare tread. Glory and honor, wisdom in our hand. Together we rise, take our final stand. Rage across Tampa, in this fight we'll stay. Everywhere with the pack, let the night be our guide. In battles of honor, we shall never hide. Fuck will never hide.
Good evening, and welcome to the St. Pete by Night Entertainment Network. St. Petersburg by Night is a World of Darkness role-playing community originating in St. Petersburg, Florida. My name is Kent, also known as Misha Kent on all social media, and I will be your storyteller tonight. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Hounds, our Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition chronicle set in Tampa Bay, Florida, where a pack of young Garou have traveled from Michigan to assist the Sept of the Evening Star in combating the forces of the worm, both physical and spiritual. You can follow St. Pete by Night on all of the social media listed in the description down below, and you can join our community by following that Discord link where you could take part in one of the many activities we have running all month long. We are now offering for players to run or play in 20th Anniversary or Chronicles of Darkness games as well, so head on over and join our community today. Now, let's introduce our players. Players, go ahead and introduce yourselves, if you please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nikki, and I will be playing Delphine Ruinspeaker, the Silent Strider Theurge.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jay, your favorite freak of the week, and I'll be playing Forge from Failure, the Bonar Rune.
Hi everyone, this is Lilith. I'm going to be playing Juniper Camine, the Black Fairy Ragabash.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben, and I'll be playing Raymond Gorn, the Ghost Council Philodox.
So, let's get everyone caught up to where we are now. Last week, the pack got together to have a very important planning session with the news of what Stakes and Juniper had found at the amphitheater. Now is the time to attack. So they made preparations, they assigned tasks, and they got themselves ready for the task that lay ahead. Then we saw Ray and Juniper go to visit Spud to get a little bit more information and to drop off the quote-unquote living specimen that Juniper had harvested from the infected leech. Forged also met with the Ratkin and received some surprising tidbits of information. And Delphine had a nice sit down with Sean where they were able to talk about the past, the present, and the future. And Sean enacted a rite that allowed Delphine to experience some relief for the task that lay ahead from her ongoing struggle with addiction. And that brings us to now and the assault that is preparing to take place on the amphitheater. Players, you've spent the last several days preparing for this attack. You've made Molotov cocktails. You've forged a stake out of the remnants of the cold iron dagger that Stakes had been previously using. You have a plan for Stakes to go in advance and to prepare the blood while all of you wait in the Umbra, hoping to mask her scent in the process so that she wouldn't be discovered prematurely. Once the blood is released, you're expecting that the infected leech will enter into this long concrete building that is often used for fairs and shows, at which point you plan to have them locked in with you once you emerge from the Umbra and for combat to take place. But as we all know, best laid plans rarely go according to them. So we'll see just how well this goes. Stakes left to go to the amphitheater and the fairgrounds early to scout them out, to prepare the necessary ingredients, and to make sure she was on site, leaving the rest of you to prepare to make the transition into the Umbra. As dawn turns to dusk and the darkness starts to crawl across the land, even earlier than usual because of the encroaching winter, the scene is yours as you prepare to step over.
Ray is currently fiddling with the crossbow. He hasn't handled a crossbow too often, so he's giving it a once-over to try and remember how it all works and get the flow back on how to operate the thing. And as I'm fiddling with it, I'll look up and look at the rest of the pack. You guys got everything you need? You all ready? Because once we're in there, it's going to be quick. So, hope you're all ready and prepared.
As ready as I'll ever be. The shit I had to bring is already placed in there. So, on my end, we should be good to go.
Delphine is fidgeting a little bit just out of more nervousness than anything because she's not a combative person by nature and by auspice. So she's still a little nervous going into this, but she's dressed for combat, dark colors. Her hair is up in a messy bun, and she's mentally already just trying to prepare for the rite, but she'll look at Ray and she'll just nod a little bit. I think I've got everything that we'll need on my end.
Forge is currently stretching right now, getting ready for the combat he's about to get into, feeling a sense of, you can't quite tell if it's nervousness or excitement about the upcoming moment here, as he stretches out his neck for a second. So he'll say, well, I do have that right, the one we did before, the mosh pit, to get us all riled up before we get in there, probably for the best, make sure we're all pretty fucking pissed.
I won't say no. Have every resource at our disposal, so being a little bit more angry is probably not a bad idea.
Just remember, this shit can get a little intense, so if you don't think you can handle it, don't step in. But he'll start jumping up a little bit, getting ready waiting for everyone else to start approaching.
Delphine will participate in his Rite of Rage.
I also step up to engage in this rite, trying not to make a face or anything at Forge's ramping up of himself.
Also step in, not exactly match Forge energy, but still kind of giving it a little bit more of an honest try to what he's doing and what the ritual represents.
Yeah, he's like jumping up a little bit, like getting limber, and like as everyone starts getting closer, it's just like if he starts seeing that no one else is really on his level, he just starts pushing and prodding and just starts really getting up in people's faces, moving them, getting them in motion, ready for this combat.
Okay, so as you start hyping up your fellow pack mates, as you start mixing it up, go ahead and make the roll for Rite of Rage, making sure to add an additional rage die per participant. So that would be 3 additional rage die to the roll.
Right, don't worry, guys. This is gonna go great. Oh my god, it actually did go great. 9 success crit, but not any sort of brutal outcome.
Okay. So, upon a win, every participant increases their rage by 1 point.
And this time, this Rite of Rage doesn't have a violent outcome like before. No punching or someone getting trampled. It's just everyone, Forge at least being a bit more soft with everyone else and not being as ridiculously violent as last time.
Now that the rite has been successful and everyone is feeling the fire in them stoked a little bit higher, Delphine, go ahead and make the roll for the Rite of Shadow Passage as you prepare to enter into the Umbra and make the journey towards the Fairgrounds.
Okay. Six successes.
With 6 successes, you begin your process of transition, and as you do, the real world begins to melt away, fading into the muted colors that make up the Umbra. After the world melts away, you find yourselves in a overgrown land of muted colors. It reflects the forest that you began in, that was the cairn, but now you find that the trees grow taller, their branches extending further. You see that the sky up above is a brilliant array of stars, with Luna herself shining radiantly up in the sky. As you observe your surroundings, you can feel that the area around you has grown fuller, more populated, as if the trees themselves are watching your every movement. Off in the distance, between the trees, you see the presence of a glowing white wolf stalking through the trees. They don't seem to be paying any attention to you or what you're attempting, but they are very much on guard, as they always are when it comes to matters of the cairn. But now that you find the other side, you know the direction you wish to go. Delphine, you've studied the path to make sure that you can lead your pack to the amphitheater. In fact, you've probably even made the journey at least once already with Sean or another assistant to help show you the way. But now that you are transitioned over, you begin your journey. As soon as you step outside of the bawn, that feeling of protection, of overwatch fades. There are long, stretching fields in front of you. The moon glows a little duller than usual, and several of the stars up above have faded from the sky, leaving an inky blackness overhead. As you continue your journey, roll me a wits and awareness.
All of us or just Delphine?
All of you.
Could I, as we transfer over to the Umbra and we leave the Bond, could I activate my sharpened senses?
Yes, you can.
To be more on high alert? Okay.
Three successes for me.
2 for me.
I got 4.
I got 3 successes.
Okay. So for those of you who got 3 and above, one of the things that you noticed almost immediately is a distinct lack of nature spirits surrounding the bawn. As if many of the animals have gone into hiding or fled the area. It is very, very vacant around the exterior of the cairn. Juniper, as you walk, you feel like you are walking in molasses or mud, as if something is dragging your very footfalls. And in fact, your ankles specifically start to feel icy cold, as if something is gripping your ankles and pulling on them.
Oh, fuck. Is anybody else feeling like something freezing cold is pulling at your feet and trying to like drag you down like we're walking through mud?
Delphine, just a little bit alarmed at that question, will turn from her having been in the position to be leading everyone and will start investigating what's going on around her.
Sure, roll me a wits and occult.
Does Umbra specialty come into play?
Yes.
Could I assist her with that?
Not really. Since she's investigating you, there's no real way for you to like help her investigate you. I mean, you might point out your ankles, but you've already kind of done that. So she's on her own on this one.
Okay.
3 successes.
As you look over Juniper a little more carefully, you look down to the shadow that extends from her. And seemingly out of the shadow itself, skeletal hands have emerged from the shadow and shackled themselves to her ankles.
Delphine just sighs a little bit and glances at Ray and Forged. Hey everyone, meet my parents. And she'll look at, she'll be staring directly down at Juniper's ankles.
I just sigh deeply and don't even bother to mask my eye roll. Of course, this would be happening right now.
She's gonna kneel near Juniper's ankles and just look around a little bit, but ultimately just it's not something that we can deal with now. Once we're out of the Umbra, I think they'll leave you alone. It's just you're just gonna have to be struggling with the walking a little bit.
I mean, I can carry you. You don't have
Okay,
to worry
it's not
about it.
that hard to walk, but thanks, I guess. I don't need the help, but thanks for the offer.
I was going to ask, how is it affecting you? Is it going to be a problem as we're continuing, or?
I mean, it just feels like I'm walking through mud and I'm getting pulled back a little bit, but I'm still walking, so I'll be fine.
Okay, just let us know if something more happens so we can assist or figure something else out.
If they start talking to you, just I have a right I can do, but I don't think it's not one I can perform right now because it will hurt you, and I don't think we need you hurt before a fight.
I'll let you know. But I have gotten really good at ignoring them lately, so.
As you say that, you feel as if fingernails dig themselves into your ankles. Ignore this. And as they dig themselves in, that cold shock shoots up your legs, almost temporarily making a paralyzing, numbing sensation in your legs. Go ahead and take a point of superficial physical damage and a point of superficial willpower damage.
Yeah, you know what, Delphine? They're actually deciding to be royal fucking assholes right now. So I don't really care if I'm hurt when we go in. I'll just take some time regenerating. If we could just do this right, this is going to turn into a bigger problem. I can already tell.
It takes time.
Yeah, don't we? They could be there any moment, so we can't really just waste 10 minutes while Stakes is there alone and potentially getting ambushed when we're just doing this.
Delphine will look
Okay.
down to the skeletal hands. Mom, Dad, not right now. I promise once this is over, we can talk.
Give me a charisma and persuasion.
Okay. That is 5 with a crit.
The fingernails that are digging into your ankles hesitate for a moment, giving a tighter squeeze temporarily before they start to release, and you feel the coldness fade from your ankles. All right, dearest daughter, but it's going to cost her. And the pain subsides, the shackles removing themselves from your ankle.
Delphine will just sigh and look away from Juniper's feet back to Ray and just falling back into professional mission mode. I think it might be smarter if we go into Lupus and run the rest of the way.
Okay.
I mean, can we not? Because we'd lose our stuff, right? Isn't that something that will happen? Like, I can't carry the crossbow and the stake
Right.
and everything.
Okay, right.
We can Galabro. It'll allow us to run faster and keep some of our energy up over traversing.
Well,
She'll
I mean,
not.
those of us that don't, who all brought stuff with them? Because I already put my stuff out there.
I sent my
Aren't you
stuff with
carrying a
stakes.
sword with you right now?
No, the only thing that I have is the bolt. And I'll take it out of my pocket and show everybody.
Okay, I mean, I don't have anything on me, so I don't care what we go in. I just, if long, I was gonna probably go Krynos as soon as we got there, but I mean, Glabro could be okay.
You have to wait until the leech is actually in the shed with us.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna wait until, in normal, then go Krynos, but I mean, doesn't matter to me.
If everyone could make me a stamina and athletics check as you begin the journey across the Umbra towards the amphitheater.
Could I do the Shipton Glabro?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and make a rage check.
Okay.
Can I shift into Lupus?
Yeah.
Lupus is survival and stealth rolls, right?
That's survival and stealth rolls, so you get the bonus on, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I failed my rage check.
Okay, so your rage goes down, but you do make the transition.
So make a rage check to go Glabro. Glabro. Oh, I get a little bit calm.
I'm gonna also go into Glabro. Passed my rage check.
I got 4 successes for that check.
Okay. Yeah, then you can keep pace and actually move pretty quickly through the Umbra, thankfully not having the restraints that you previously had a moment prior.
3 successes.
Just a casual 4.
I also got 4.
Okay, so the journey is actually not that difficult. You all keep a very steady clip and pace as you move through the Umbra. Getting closer to the highway and the amphitheater itself, the presence of the worm becomes very, very recognizable. You can see the large webbed structures that make up the highway itself, as well as several businesses and buildings nearby. But as you cross, getting closer to the amphitheater, closer to the fairgrounds, this is where the presence of the infection that has been plaguing the area becomes more and more distinct. You can see patches of ground that look like they've decayed away, and if you were to even step in them, you might completely sink into the ground if you were to try to. Looking at the amphitheater itself, it looks like plants have started to grow up along the side of the amphitheater, almost like claws reaching out of the ground and starting to consume the structure itself. And on top of that, if that wasn't enough, pattern spiders, but distinctly different pattern spiders, can be seen crawling over the amphitheater itself. Very similar as to the time that you were in Stepford Hell. These spiders look like they have bulbous growths coming off of them as they see to the structure, but not the structure itself, but more to the plants that are starting to grow up along the structure, as if they are urging them forward, helping them climb.
As we get closer, I would like to activate my penumbral senses so I can see into the material plane.
Okay.
That's even worse than what I remember. Jesus, this shit moves fast.
So like,
Well,
all this is gonna get fixed when we destroy everything? I mean, to kill all these guys?
I think it won't get fixed until Piney Point is dealt with completely, but we'll be helping.
It's gonna take a long time, just like it is in those fields we checked out.
Unless we can get some of that holy water.
Yeah, just one step at a time. That's all we need to do.
Right now, let's just focus on the leech and the job.
Delphine, looking to the other side, you can see that night has firmly taken hold at this point, and as you traverse over across the parking lots that lead towards the Fairgrounds building itself, where those patches of rot and decay are, you actually see creatures starting to rise out of the ground of the decay. Now that darkness has taken hold, they are starting to just slowly emerge as it is now their time to shine. Once you finally reach the building itself, access isn't all that difficult. It is a large webbed structure, but there are several openings that allow you access in through the umbral side of things. And you can see, actually roll me a wits and awareness, Delphine.
I also meant to ask, Luna's blessing, I am supposed to get a rage when I perform a ritual as the Rite Master.
You can take a rage from the Rite of Shadow Passage, yeah.
That is 5 successes.
Okay. Looking over the interior of this Fairgrounds building, you can see that it is a long concrete building, almost in the shape of a rectangle from end to end. There are several garage doors along the side where merchants can bring in their wares and prepare to set up their stalls, although all of those garage doors seem to be closed and locked at the moment, except for one that is at the very, very far end of the structure itself. You can see that this is where it looks like the van that you all use has been backed up to the garage door, and the doors of the van are opened, and several boxes have been pulled out and stashed at the very end of this building, further away from the amphitheater. The amphitheater entrance looks like it's unlocked and prepared to be opened, but has not been opened as of yet. As you're looking, you don't see stakes at the moment.
Because I already know that she can see into the Umbra herself and travel in there, the rest of the pack is going to just be seeing me walking confidently towards the direction of the van and just already start just calling out to her, stakes, stakes.
Several moments pass without an answer, your voice almost echoing within the Umbra itself. But then, about 2 minutes after your call, you see a lupus form wolf poke its head in from outside of the structure, and its eyes are definitely glossy and glazy, as if they're looking for eye is looking for something specifically, and then eventually finds and makes eye contact with you.
Stake sees us. The creatures are already starting to get ready to come up, so we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, let's get in the building, get in position, and then set the trap up.
At this point, Stakes leaps up on one of the boxes and then leaps once more, using her jaws to grab upon a rope that's hanging down from one of the garage doors, and she, using her own body weight, pulls the garage door shut. She then, from inside the building, begins loping over to one of the boxes and hops up on the edge, positioning her paws along the edge of the box, and starts fishing around on the inside until she withdraws a cooler from the box, which she drops to the ground. She uses her nose to pop open the top of the cooler and then immediately dips her head in, where she withdraws at least 2 blood bags that are hanging from her mouth. She then starts loping the opposite direction all the way down to the furthest end of the building from where you're currently standing, where the door closest to the amphitheater side is.
Just getting the blood set up. I'm going to also looking to see if that's the box she also hid all of, like, using my sight to see if that's the box she hid our stuff in since she left it open.
There are probably 3 crates. The one that she withdrew the cooler from does have a couple of things in it, a couple of your supplies in it, but it seems like the Molotovs or the more volatile explosive stuff is in a separate crate.
Her stuff isn't in the open crate, so it's in one of these 2. And she's pointing to the spaces that probably aren't there in the Umbra. She's pointing to just negative space right now. When we come out the other side, their crates are going to be right here. The one right here, and she's just like making sure to make a show of where in the position of the building, the one that she just pulled the blood bags from, not this one. So it's going to be it's either going to be this one, she'll just make a circle around the one that she sees, and then make another, or this one, and she'll do another circle around that one. Just making sure that everyone has an idea of the layout of the inside right now.
As Stakes nears the other side, she uses her nose and paws to drop the blood bags and then start nosing up the other garage door, lifting it until it rolls up about midway, at which point she looks back in all of your direction. And then she leans down and starts gnawing at the tag or edge of the blood bag, starting to chew away at the plastic. As soon as she gets a good tear into the plastic of both of the bags, she grabs them by the far end and starts dragging them across the floor, letting the blood ooze out onto the floor itself, creating almost a streaking pattern along the concrete floor.
All right. She's starting to spread the blood.
Let's move to the middle of the warehouse so we're in a decent position in between the boxes and where this leech is going to show up. So we can all be in position to equally reach whatever destination we need to be at.
Yeah, and I will start getting prepared to do the rite of Shadow Passage as soon as we need it.
Okay. After Stakes has spread 2 of the bags, she moves back to the cooler and pulls 2 more out, following the same process of tearing them open and squeezing the blood out onto the floor. After both of those bags are empty, she immediately slinks her way out of the garage door on the far side, outside of the building. As the plan was for her to help close them in, she now positions herself outside of the building, waiting.
Sticks is a position.
Every minute that passes feels agonizing. It feels like an hour with each passing minute. As you wait, your breath held, your heart's thumping in your chest. Delphine, roll me another wits and awareness.
I am going to spend a willpower. That is only 2 successes.
Okay. It's hard to see across both sides, having to compensate for the 2 very differing visuals that you can sometimes get from the Umbra. It's so hard, in fact, that the distraction of the spiders that enter first into the facility, climbing along the ceiling on the umbral side, which all of you see, alerts you and distracts you until the point that you notice or are drawn back to the sight of several lumbering creatures slowly shuffling their way in. You can't get a good count of how many there are, but by the way they're moving, they are covering the entire entryway of the building. And in fact, this being a 12-foot tall garage door, one of them has to duck to shuffle their way in as they move forward, standing to a height of about 15 feet tall with 6 arms coming out of their body. They shuffle their way in, taking the lead, flanked by 2 more on either side. As the group moves its way in, including the very, very tall one, you find there to be about a total of 12 of the creatures. And in the center of them, ringed by the creatures, is the leech. They're wearing the same plaid button-up shirt, although it's become horrendously ripped. And out of where their arm had been torn off is a long, vined, plant-like mass with tendrils rather than fingers that extend outward. As soon as all of them cross the threshold, the garage door slams shut.
The slamming shut that I hear kind of snaps me out of it a little bit, and I just shout to everyone, we're going. And I'm going to get us ready to jump through.
Okay. So as you begin the rite of transition, several of the creatures turn back towards the garage door, surprised, and start pounding at and clawing at the door itself, attempting to start breaking through.
All right. Do I have to roll again for the Rite of Shadow Passage?
I'll let you keep your same previous roll. Now, the Rite of Shadow Passage isn't instantaneous. It does take 60 seconds to 120 seconds to happen, but you begin the transition over. As the world comes into sharp clarity, the colors filling your vision once more, the horror show that all of you finally get to behold, other than Delphine, is, needless to say, shuddering to the soul. No matter how strong you are, no matter how brave you've been, no matter the things you've seen, you've never seen anything like this. The large, massive creature that seems to be in the front, taking up a majority of the front of the room, instantly takes notice of all of you, and using their 6 limbs, they reach down and grab some of their companions next to them and hurl them in your direction. We have now entered into combat. There are 4 of these creatures flying at you. 3 of them seem to have a bulbous plant growing from their chests, and the plant is closed currently, but you've seen these types of plants before, and they open up and fire out spores in a massive cloud in front of them. But they have not done so yet. They are currently flying through the air in your direction. We'll go in the order as we do our introductions of declaring your intentions. Delphine, you are finishing up the rite and the transition, so anything that you try to do will be at a -2 dice penalty because you are enacting a rite currently.
That's okay, because my plan going in is to get a silence on us, so I will just be spending the willpower to just do whispered passage around. So it's like, it says it is. It is 10-meter radius around me.
Okay, so that does cover a good majority of this far side of the building.
And then
Forged.
there I will just, sorry,
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I will just be moving towards the crates because I need to get toward where the Molotov cocktails are.
Huh. Forged, you have these creatures flying in your direction. They definitely can be met if you move forward to attack them or anything like that.
Yeah, so Forge, currently in Glabro, starts straining, looking forward at these creatures, goes to immediately meet them as he just charges forward with almost unnatural like speed. As his intention, what he's going to try and do is try and not just punch them or knock them down. He's trying to grab them in the air and just throw them to the side so that if they were to explode, they would not explode near us. And I'm going to use my Spirit of the Fray to at least try and get 3 of them just moving in rapid speed, throwing one to the side, the other to another side, and just keep moving forward.
So Spirit of the Fray won't allow you to throw them. It'll allow you to hit them. So you could possibly throw one, but you'd have to just strike the others. It is meant to be a rapid mass attack, not grabbing, throwing, because they're all flying simultaneously, which you wouldn't be able to catch them all right away. So you can use Spirit of the Fray if you'd like to, but you will be throwing one, hitting the 2 others, or however many others you want. There's 4 things flying at you.
If I were to hit the other 2, would I essentially be stopping their flight before they hit anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay, because
As long as no one else goes to meet them.
Yeah, my goal essentially just to try and take as many as I can, because I know at least if 3 of them hit me, that means that's 3 on me and the others can be okay. So I'll do that then. I'll even activate make a rage check to activate my Razor Claws. So claws shoot out or sprout out from my hands so I can just start cutting them up.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm making a rage check. I passed my rage check and I'm going to make my rolls. I believe it's just make 1 roll against all of them.
So it is an attack roll, but you have to spend a rage or make a rage check per additional opponent you wish to include.
Yeah, so if I could free action Howl at the Moon here, I think would be a good call right now, just in case, because I only have 2 rage right now. So I'll make the 2 rage check now. So how to get 1? So I'm rage decreased by 1. I'm still at 2 rage, and now I'll make my roll. Oh, it's a decent roll, I would say. I'm gonna use a willpower to reroll 2 of those. Oh, it's 10 successes with a crit. Nothing too serious.
Okay, so how many additional targets are you hitting? Because you have to make a rage check per.
I already did make a rage check for the 2 because I said I howled. So I howled at the moon to get that rage up to 3. And then I made the rage check. I failed 1, passed the other.
Oh, okay. So you got
2.
So you're at a total of 3 that you're hitting, or?
Yes, total of 3 that I'm hitting with 10 successes.
What was the first rage for your Razor Claws?
I passed.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have to make 1 per opponent, per additional opponent. So right now you've got 2 opponents covered. If you want to hit the other 2, you have to make 2 more rage checks.
So are you saying for the Razor Claws to make another?
No,
2 rage
for your
checks?
Spirit of the Fray, which is what your intention was.
Oh, I mean, no. So I'm hitting 2 right now. I think I will just, because I thought how it worked with that, I target 1 person, then I target another with 1 rage check, or I guess with the 2 rage checks.
The rage check per additional opponent.
Yeah,
beyond
so I made
the first.
2 rage checks.
Yeah, but the first one was to activate Razor Claws.
So yeah, I made 3 rage checks in total.
Oh, you passed 1, failed 1. Okay, I see the 2. Okay, 2 rage checks. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you have got 3 opponents covered right now. There is a 4th still coming.
I can't target them because my Spirit of the Fray only allows me to target additional enemies equal to my glory, which is 2 right now.
Got
so
it.
I only
Okay.
have 3 covered.
Got it. So okay, well, we'll get to that. Juniper, what's your intention?
Well, see, this is where I'm kind of struggling because my intention is based off of what Ray does. Like, I guess my question is just like, are you planning to go into battle and get that last guy, or are you going to be doing something else?
That was the thought. The other one was to get in position to start shooting the try to get a shot on the leech, but with these things flinging at us, probably going to intercept the last one.
Also, you've got the massive one that is blocking a good majority of the site to the other side. It's like a troll of a gigantic creature. I would say you do not have a clear shot on the leech at this moment.
Okay. Yes. So I think that I am going to get into a position to be able to grab the sword out of the crate. So I'm gonna like try and maneuver myself to the best of my ability towards one of the crates that Delphine pointed out.
Okay,
And,
so yeah.
Just try and be like stealthy about it.
Okay, roll me a dexterity and stealth.
Okay, that is 3 successes, and then I did get a brutal outcome.
Okay, so you got the 2 1s or 2s on rage dice.
Yes, I have 2 open mouths on my rage dice.
Okay. So, as you are moving over towards the crates, you are not as stealthy as you would like. In fact, you are just charging over there. You're not being very stealthy at all, as a brutal outcome is a failure in this particular case. And roll me a composure and resolve check.
Two successes.
Okay. In your ear, a whispered voice starts to speak. And now, the cost. For the remainder of the scene, you are considered distracted. You will be at a -2 on all dice rolls until the distraction is dealt with.
And what is the distraction that needs to be dealt with?
Ghosts.
Okay.
Ray, what's your intention?
Seeing Forged go and intercept the 3 of the 4 things that are flying towards us. Seeing the other 2 run behind to go deal with the crates. I'm going to deal with that 4th one that's flying in, and so I'm going to go run and try to intercept it.
Okay, how are you intercepting it? Physically or with a gun, or how?
I mean, I haven't really shot my gun yet, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna kind of position to run off to the side of where it's going, so it'll kind of be past me a little bit. And as I'm running, I'm gonna pull out my gun and just start laying down shots on it.
Okay, give me a composure and firearms. So, as the 4 get hurled in your direction. Almost immediately, Forged catches one out of midair, throwing it towards the sidewall where it smacks against the concrete. And in doing so, a almost puff goes off as its chest hits the wall, and all of the spores are just flattened against the wall, causing a yellow smear across the wall itself. It hits the wall and crumples to the ground. Using the momentum of the swing, Forged wheels around and strikes one arm into one arm into the other, sending them reeling. And Raymond, what'd you get?
I got 6 successes with a crit.
Okay. The final one that's flying in your direction, you get a good beat on it with your sidearm and pull the trigger, which causes it to almost cartwheel backwards as the impact strikes them on the upper body, causing them to flip back and then drop down flat on the ground face first. I need everyone to make a dexterity and athletics check for me as 2 of these pods go off, exploding outward, sending a flurry of spores filling the far end of the room.
5 successes.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to reroll. I got 3 successes.
Okay.
That's 1 success, boss.
Okay. And Juniper.
Do lupus forms get that +2 to athletics?
Not to athletics, to survival and stealth.
Okay, survive. I don't know why I was just forgetting that. It was just mentioned a few minutes ago. Two successes.
Okay, so Ray and Forged, you managed to sidestep or shield yourselves from the blasts of spores. However, Delphine and Juniper get a good dose of the spores to themselves. I need both Delphine and Juniper to make stamina and resolve checks.
Three successes.
Okay.
5 successes.
Surprisingly enough, the spores don't seem to take hold on you, though you are covered in them and have even breathed some in. You are seeming to fight off the infection as you feel your skin start to grow hot and you feel like a sore throat starting to come on. But you are staving off the infection for the moment, at the very least. Next round, declare your intentions. We've got one crumpled over by the wall, not seemingly fully dead or destroyed, but crumpled, and then the 3 others are, or 2 of them are standing, one of them is knocked down in front of you. Far beyond, you can't see what exactly the others are up to yet. You still hear the sounds of pounding on the metal garage door, and you see the looming Hulk-like creature starting to continue to move forward, reaching down again towards some of its companions that have moved to its side to lift them up and prepare to throw them.
I would like to try to find, like, is it a full action to try to find the Molotov cocktails?
No.
Okay, I would like to break open one of the crates to find the Molotov cocktails.
Okay.
And once I've got one, I would like to ideally throw it in the direction of the hulking one.
Okay. That's quite a distance you'd be throwing it, so the difficulty will be pretty high, as this is a very long rectangular building and they're getting towards the center of said building.
Does the ball chucker help at all with that?
Yes, it will give you an advantage die, yes.
Okay.
So this would be a dexterity and athletics as you light the bottle and prepare to wind up and chuck it with the ball chucker. Forged.
And so now I'm standing face to face with two of them, like maimed with my claws. I'm just going to, knowing that I can't just leave these two, I'm just going to try, and as I'm continually trying to move forward closer and closer to this big thing to stop it from just keep throwing stuff at us over and over, I'm going to try and do a Spirit of Thray again to target just those two.
Okay.
So I'll make it my rage check, which I'm now down to 1 rage. Not the greatest. But I'll make my attack. I'm going to use a willpower. Well, that ain't better. I got 4 successes.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. And 4 successes for you as well, Delphine? Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Juniper, go ahead and declare your intention.
Well, since these fucking wraiths are deciding to choose now of all moments to fuck with me, I am distracted and I am just kind of like biting at my ankles and just trying to get them to fuck off so that I can focus on not dying in this fight.
Give me a manipulation and intimidation. They're not grabbing at your ankles like they were before. Now they just seem to be bothering you. The constant whispering about you being a murderer and then finally Ray.
Since the thing's on the ground, not moving, pretty easy shot. I'm just going to start taking some more shots at it, prone on the ground, aiming for center mass.
Okay, give me a composure and firearms.
I got 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, it does not stop them. They are going to continue to bother you for the time being.
4 successes.
Okay. So, as Forged attempts to strike at the various creatures, they manage to duck and weave underneath his strike, not doing any damage, but also not taking any damage, as you just managed to miss with both of your claw strikes. Raymond, positioned over them as they are down on the ground, you are able to unload a round into them, causing them to let out a horrifying screech and shriek as you fire a round into them. They are still going for the time being, but you have significantly injured them now with 2 shots. Delphine, as you huck your Molotov cocktail, it does pass the first row of individuals before shattering on the floor between you, or that first row, and the hulking beast. A plume of fire comes up, and it will burn for at least 2 rounds in the center of the room, stopping them from being able to make any forward progress, at least the hulking creature to make any forward progress towards you because of the flames. Forged, I need you to roll me a stamina and resolve check as you start to feel the fire in you get doused slowly.
Oh, whoa. All right. Oh shit! I didn't use my. Oh no. I'm gonna use the willpower. I don't think it will help much, but I will try. 2 successes.
As you feel this weight push down upon you, causing your shoulders to sag, your claws disappear. You shift out of your Glabro form, and you lose the wolf as one rage is extinguished.
And I take a nice stain.
Okay. Next round of intentions, starting with Delphine.
Since the Hulk is taken care of right now, do I notice that Juniper? I still have my penumbral senses of. Do I see anything? Do I notice the parents?
Roll me a wits and awareness, but the difficulty is going to be pretty high as you are distracted by the combat in front of you, and there is a lot happening all at the same time to really pick up on a minute detail.
No, it's only 2 successes.
Okay, yeah, there's just too much going on for you to pick up on anything being wrong with Juniper, other than that she hasn't engaged, but she has to get to the crates and get the sword, and maybe she's just struggling to get her supplies.
All right, and I do see that. I do have to see that Forged is no longer.
You do see Forged shrunk significantly, yes.
He wouldn't go into Hamid form just because, in the middle of combat like that, unless something bad happened. So, I'm going to shout at Ray that Forged needs extraction. And I am going to attempt to kind of help run interference on the ones that are remaining.
How so?
I will try to take a swing at the one that's closest to Forge.
So you want to move up and physically engage them?
I want to kick it away.
Okay, give me a strength and brawl.
We have an aura of silence. We have an aura of silence. That's right. I have my whispered passage, so I can't say anything to Ray. So I will just try to just run my own interference then in that scenario. I will get between Forged and the creature.
Okay, give me a strength and brawl. Forged, you have lost the wolf. You are at 0 rage. You are, for all intents and purposes, a human now.
Yeah, so Forge just, with fighting these two at a standstill, wondering, getting slower and more sluggish until suddenly noticing the claws are gone, his size has shrunk as he realizes what happened. He, as every guy does, blew his load way too early. As he stares, kind of actually afraid now, knowing that he's vulnerable. He kind of takes a step back, but when he sees that Delphine runs in to take one of the two on, something just wells up inside of him as he despairs from what he thinks, no, I can't fuck up now. I can't have this go wrong. I need my rage. As I would, if I would like to take a nice little stain and hogloss to try and get all my rage back, if possible.
Time stops. You are alone in the bunker, but not completely alone. As across from you stands a large black wolf. Red eyes burning, staring in your direction. So, the desperation. I can smell
smell it on you. What do you require?
You see, Forge almost hesitates for a second before realizing what he needs. This is not a moment to think of the consequences of his actions. This is a moment of action, of needing to do something. As Forge will stare down Fenris and say, I need rage. I need my rage.
Rage. Desperation. Very well. But I will need a part of you.
And he lopes forward, coming up to face you squarely in the eyes, his body looming taller than you stand. Those eyes burning hot and bright. He sends out a paw directly into your chest, and you feel a pain twinge as the claws rake across your chest. You take a stain against Hirano as he pulls some of your joy, whatever's left of it, some of your hope, whatever's left of it, from you. But in that moment, your rage spikes to 5, and you find yourself back in the bunker once more, staring down the infected masses in front of you.
And so everyone else just sees Forge takes a step back, almost afraid for a second, hesitating, as then suddenly I will yell in a mix of pain and anger as I'm going to then shift into Krynos.
Okay, go ahead and make the 2 rage checks.
Yep. And I will do that right now. Yeah.
And you do not have rapid shift, correct?
No, I do not. So I will, I believe, either take a damage from that or
-2.
-2
-2 to your
so-
rolls.
So I'm failed one, passed the other, so I'm at 4 rage now. As I will charge, like almost bulldozing over Delphine, pushing past to grab the one that hadn't been engaged, and just try and throw them straight into the fire.
Okay. That'll be a strength and brawl. The difficulty will be high to throw them specifically into the fire, but you can always attempt it.
Got 3 successes on mine, by the way.
I will come back to you in just a second. Juniper, intention.
I shake my head and, despite the whispering and antagonizing, I look around at the battlefield and see there's a little bit of struggling going on. And so I would like to shift into Glabro.
Okay.
And join in the fight. Already forgetting what it was I was going to be using, or going to be doing to begin with.
Okay, so make the rage check to shift. And do you wish to attack this round as well, or are you just intending to shift and start moving towards the fight?
I do intend to attack. I will say that I did not pass the rage check, so I'm down to 2 rage.
Okay, so you can make your attack. It'll be at a -4 because you have the -2 from the distraction, -2 from the transition sickness. But that'll be a strength and brawl from you. And then Raymond.
Is Is it possible to add my Raging Strike to this attack?
I'll let you do it, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I'm still standing over him.
Yeah.
So
He is starting to get up, though. Okay, go ahead and give me another composure and firearms.
For my roll, I got 7 with a crit.
Okay.
Used a willpower to re-roll, so.
How many willpower do you have left?
None.
So you are now impaired in terms of willpower, which means any social and mental rolls will be at a -2 disadvantage.
I'm sure I won't need it right now anyways.
Sure you won't. All right. So, Delphine, what'd you get again? 3?
3.
Okay. Forge got 7 with a crit. Juniper, what did you get?
I passed my rage check for a Raging Strike, and I did get 4 with a crit.
Yeah. So, Raymond.
I got 5 with a crit.
Okay. As Forged regains himself and makes his shift into Krynos, which he should also do on the stream itself,
Oh.
he lifts up the infected directly in front of them and hurls them, sending them into the pool of fire that is just about 15 or so feet away. They shriek as they are engulfed in the flame, and even as they try to roll out of the fire, you see that some of it is literally sticking to them as like a gel covers their surface, and they start screeching and flailing. Delphine, you attempt to swing at the infected in front of you, but they catch your arm and swing you over, slamming you down into the ground, doing a point of superficial damage to you. Juniper, what did you get on your attack?
I got 4 successes. It was
4
a crit.
successes. As you move up to engage with them, you just trade strikes, blocking and throwing strikes at one another, but unable to connect. And then Raymond, with your height advantage, with them already down, you fire off a shot and you see what you could assume is their head, though it's hard to tell amidst the growths that are sprouting out over their body, just explodes onto the concrete, and they stop flailing, stop moving, as it just splatters backwards all over the floor, a mix of red and yellow blood and mucusy gore. Next round, there are 3 currently engaged. The one that was slammed against the wall got up and started fighting with Juniper. There's the one that is, or no, 2. There's only 2 engaged because one was thrown into the fire. So there are 2 left standing at the moment. The others beyond the fire, you can hear them moving, but they are not being able to make any egress forward because of the fire.
I'm no good at close range. I would like to retreat back to the Molotov cocktails. And I would like so beyond, how far away, like in a terms of like range, is the troll one? I'm just gonna call it the troll one, and
sure.
then the remaining.
You're looking at a minimum of 30 feet out, but that is blocked by a wall of fire right now.
Okay, so just the troll and the big group, the remaining group is 30 feet
minimum. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say it's going to be a dexterity and athletics for this round, as you are close up with one and were slammed to the ground. So you are going to be trying to avoid their attacks to back towards the cocktails as it is still trying to strike you.
In
Forge.
lieu of a dexterity and athletics, could I also just like try to like kick it towards Forged as I'm backing away?
Well, that would be an attack and not a retreat, so no. Okay. Unless you wanted to attack instead.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just attack.
Okay, strength and brawl. Forged.
After I throw me in my first one, I look over to the second, now attacking Delphine, as I will just simply, looming over it, just go to try and grab it and clamp my jaws around its head and tear it off as it's distracted fighting Delphine.
Okay, give me a strength and brawl. Juniper.
How close am I to that fire right now?
The fire is probably about 20, 25 feet away.
So probably hard to throw it into the fire at this.
Oh, actually, no. It from where you are, because you moved up to engage, it's only probably about 10 or so feet away from you now.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then yes, I would like to try and throw the one that I'm fighting against into the fire as well.
Strength and brawl. And Raymond. You have dispatched of the one in front of you. There are still 2 more.
To kind of help Juniper a bit, I guess, just to ensure that hopefully this thing is dead, because I know it's already kind of injured. As she throws it, I'm just going to skeet style just shoot it as it's flying through the air.
Okay.
And then just try to get some shots on it before it falls in the fire, and hopefully it finishes it off.
Okay, give me a composure and firearms. But while you're at it, Raymond, I would also like a stamina and resolve check as you feel a weight start to weigh down upon your shoulders. Okay, so Delphine, what did you get?
Oh, I got 3 successes. I didn't land shit.
Okay, Forged, what did you get?
A humble 12 successes with a crit. Double crit, actually.
Okay. So as Delphine tries to back away or tries to kick them in your direction, she misses, but it doesn't really matter because you are there to bite down upon the head. Roll me a stamina and resolve as the poisonous infected blood starts to fill your mouth.
All right. Does my impaired willpower count towards this? Because I'm impaired. You said social and mental rolls?
Yes, it does.
And then I know also my shifting will count towards this, so it'll kind of balance stuff out.
So I got 3 successes on the shooting, and then 5 successes on the stamina resolve.
Okay, you are able to maintain your rage. Even though you do feel the weight bearing down upon you, you're able to shrug it off.
I also got 3 successes. For
Okay.
my attempt to throw them.
As you try to grab them and Ray tries to shoot them, you're both unsuccessful as the bullet goes flying past. As you attempt to grab them, they actually throw a claw out at you and rake into your flesh, doing a point of superficial damage to you as they do so.
I rolled my stamina plus resolve, and I got 5 successes.
Okay. It's icky and it doesn't feel great, but you are able to stave off any infection for the time being. The one that you bit down upon is most assuredly dead as you remove the chunk that is its upper half away from its body, spitting it off to the side. At this point, the fire in the center of the room begins to die down. It dies down just in time to see 4 more creatures get hurled across the room in your direction. Declare your intentions, Delphine.
I'm going to retreat back to the Molotovs. And I want to start sticking to like the sides of this building. I want to try to like sneak towards the big group with the 3 wonky ones and 1 good one.
Okay, give me a dexterity and stealth. Forged.
Are these 3? How many were getting thrown? 4? You
4.
said? Are they all explodey?
No, these ones seem to be different. 2 of them have an extra limb, like an arm almost sprouting out of their torso. And 2 of them have long, unhinging jaws filled with jagged teeth.
Do I get my favor for this?
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be very, very simple, as knowing that I'm the best shot, at least for taking these on. I'm going to try and once again engage 3 of them in the air with my large form and Krynos claws, using Spirit of the Fray to try and claw them out of the sky, just trying to tear them to pieces.
Okay. So make your attack and then roll 2 rage checks. And Juniper.
I am still gonna try it and take the one out that we're fighting.
Okay. Strength and brawl. And Raymond.
Realigning my shot towards one of the ones that are flying towards us. Hopefully I can recreate what happened last time and knock one out of the sky.
Okay, so you are abandoning the one that is fighting Juniper and instead choosing to focus on one of the ones that's flying in. Possibly one that's not being hit by Forged, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that 4th one that's not being engaged. Because I believe Juniper got it.
All right, composure and firearms.
I would also like to use Raging Strike again. I just wanted to put that up.
Yep.
I did pass that reach check.
Cool. Delphine, what'd you get?
I got 4 successes to sneak over.
Okay. So 4 successes will allow you to sneak to the mass, to the big group of them on the other side. You appear to be undetected by the creatures.
Okay.
For my roll, I got 8 successes with a crit, and my claws, by the way, also since I have the Razor Claws talent, my claws do +4 to damage.
Okay, so you did not activate the Razor Claws since you lost the wolf, so they are not active at the moment. You would have to declare that you are reactivating them again for them to count in this fight. But I will say that you do successfully claw all 3 of them as they are coming down. Yes.
It does say in the gift itself that this gift is free and instantaneous while in Krynos form. So
yes,
while
but
in
I
Krynos
can't
form,
assume that you are using gifts after you've made the roll. You have to declare your intention for gifts before you roll. Because
Okay,
you
I
were
just assumed that.
successful, it's a nice benefit, but how would you have known you were going to be successful when you activated it?
I just assumed it was some, because it's a free, like, it says it's always instantaneous while in Krynos, so I assumed that it was always in effect, but yeah.
It is not. No, you have to declare you are using a gift.
Okay.
It's free because you're in Krynos form, but it doesn't automatically activate. But you do hit them all. You do successfully intercept and hit all 3 targets, sending them sprawling. Juniper.
I got 4 successes with a crit.
4 successes with the crit. Okay. This time, you do manage to grab onto them and tussle with them, and you do get enough of an upper hand to strike them, but not to lift and throw them.
As long as I hit them.
You did hit them. Raymond.
I got 6 with a crit.
Okay. So again, firing off the shot. This one doesn't go spiraling backwards as it had before. It does land, but it is missing a good chunk of its organic, fleshy, plant-like mixture on its shoulder, making one of its arms very kind of limp and useless. Okay. Delphine. You have snuck to the other side, but in doing so, I need you to make a resolve and stamina roll.
Four successes.
4 successes. Okay. You are going to lose 1 rage as you feel the weight bear down on you and the fire start to get quelled in your body. Okay, now next round, declare your intentions.
Since I'm closer, I am going to chuck one of the good Molotovs at the group.
At the whole group of them.
The whole group of them.
Okay, yeah, give me a dexterity and athletics. Forged.
I'm going to continue my rampage, activating my gift of the claws, which is free. So yay.
Yes, no roll.
And can I also use Spirit of the Fray while I'm doing that, since it's a free thing? Okay. Just so I'll be doing Spirit of the Fray again. Just, I know if I can keep these 3, then everyone else can handle 1, then it'll be fine. So I'm gonna keep going, just trying to claw them up and tear their asses to pieces.
Okay. Juniper.
I'm going to look around and see if there's any more that are kind of close enough to me for me to like reach multiple.
You still have the one in front of you. You could probably also get the one that was shot by Raymond if you did want to activate Spirit of the Fray. If you wanted to try and also attack the ones that Forged are going with, you can, but again, it's a rage check per, so they're all within reasonable range.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the one that I am already, going up against, and also the one that Ray is shooting.
Okay, so that'll be your attack plus an additional rage check. Raymond.
Pop.
Okay, give me another composure and firearms. So, Delphine, what did you get on your dexterity and athletics?
I got 5 successes.
Okay. The bottle hurls towards the group and explodes upon the floor, fiery, icky substance spreading outwards, consuming all 4 of the remaining infected. But roll me a wits and awareness.
Two successes.
You can't find the leech.
Oh,
They do not appear to be mixed in with the others. That being said, take 3 points of aggravated damage as they appear next to you, driving their claw into your chest and almost through your body. You are also considered grappled as the vines coming out of their other arms start to wrap around you.
Do I take a rage for taking damage?
Yes, you do.
Take any rage?
Okay. Forged.
Yeah, in a frenzy that I'm in right now, I got 12 successes with double crits. I did lose 1 rage from Spirit of the Fray, but I am going bananas on these guys.
You are going bananas, and in fact, one of the unhinged, long-toothed jaw ones is destroyed by your efforts, but the 2 remaining hulks with their 3rd arm growing out of their chest are still standing, but are significantly fucked. Like that hurt them pretty bad. Juniper.
Did I see what happened to Delphine?
You saw the fire plume go up on the other side, but I would say you can't get a clear view of her specifically.
Okay. All right. Then I'm not even gonna try to roll for that. I wasn't sure if I could even like see her or not. So
No, there's a bunch of creatures in front of you, the Hulk in the middle of the room still, and yeah, the fire came up behind them, so.
Okay. Yeah, so I am going to just attack both of them again with Spirit of the Fray.
And I'm assuming Raymond, another pop. Okay, composure and firearms.
So,
yeah.
Pass the rage checks.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
So I rolled, I got 2 successes with a brutal, but I'm doing damage with my gun.
Yeah, that is an interesting outcome. You know what? I'll let it fly just for the sake of purposes of this. You can add 4 extra successes.
Okay, so that's 6 with the brutal crit.
Okay. So instead of shooting at them as they advance on you, you turn around and just drop the butt of the gun, smacking it into the side of their head, letting a sickening crunch come from the side of their head as it actually dislodges their large and distended jaw from their skull. It leaves the jaw kind of dangling off to the side. What'd you get, Juniper?
Only 3 successes.
Okay. You are unable to successfully strike either of the targets, and you will take 2 points of superficial physical damage for your trouble as they do get an attack on you.
Can I use a free action to heal, or do I need to do
You can do that at the beginning of your next round. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of, next round, let's get to it. Delphine. You are grappled and have claws sticking out of your chest as the burning red eyes of the leech are staring at you.
I feel like just blood, like probably out, like gushing out of my mouth right now, just from the the kind of attack it was. Delphine is just like glaring down at this, and seeing what a predicament this is, she's going to feel that rage increase with the pain that she just had inflicted on her, and she's gonna go into Krynos.
Okay, give me the 2 rage checks. What's your intention beyond going into Krynos?
So, grappled, I take a penalty. Do I, are my arms grappled, or I just can't disengage?
You can't disengage. You are just held in place, so there's no running away from this at the moment.
Then I am going to just slash at it, and it's a free action to just drop my whispered passage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to know that that I've got the leech. So as I drop my whispered passage, I'm going to also howl at the moon as I'm dropping the whispered passage.
Okay. So you want to change forms, howl at the moon, drop a gift.
Like not howl to like howl at the moon, but like howl, like
just howl. You're just letting out a noise. Okay. Okay.
As I'm changing into Krynos.
Got it.
Howling
No
at the
problem.
moon was the wrong way to say it.
Got it. Okay, so that'll be a strength and brawl -2 because you are in the transition sickness.
Technically -3 because of the weed.
Also that.
So I passed one, I failed one, so
Okay,
that's
so you
2 rage.
Yep, you shift. Forged. You have 2 left that you were fighting that are still standing.
Yeah, and I assume I also don't see anything going on over there.
You are so into the fight right now, it is beyond your care.
I have meat in front of me that need to be carved. I will continue my fight using Spirit of the Fray again to fight both of them, but only having to make 1 rage.
Yes, correct. And Juniper.
Do I hear the howl?
I would say everybody hears the howl, actually, yeah, because it is a building indoors, like it is, yeah.
Is it just a howl, or is it like a pained howl? Like what?
I would say there's probably a mixture of pain with the howl, yeah.
Okay. I would look around and see if I can spot where that howl is coming from.
Give me a wits and
I
awareness.
recognize that as Delphine.
Yeah, tell me what the wits and awareness is before I ask for your other intention.
Three successes.
3 successes. I'll say, due to the engulfed fire, the directional status of the howl, you are able to make out Krynos Delphine wrapped up with the leech. So what's your intention?
I will yell over at Raymond that Delphine is in trouble, and I'm going to. Can I get to her, or is she beyond?
You can move in her direction, but there is still the Hulk in front of you, the 15-foot tall Hulk between you and her. And while it is on fire, it doesn't seem to be as deterred as the ones behind it that are rolling on the ground, burning and dying.
Adding to what I say to Ray, I'm gonna ask if he can cover me while I go to Delphine and try and get the big guy's attention.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you a roll in a second depending on what Ray does. Ray, what's your intention? You still have the one in front of you. It is still very much alive.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hearing the pained howl, knowing that Delphine might be in danger, I'm willing to ignore the one directly in front of me for a second, and I will turn and not really aim at like specific spots. I'm covering fire, like unloading.
Give me a dexterity and firearms.
Yep, on the one that Juniper is running away from.
I'm going to wait for their roll and how successful it is to determine what happens to you, Juniper. So
I'll spend a willpower to re-roll. Four successes.
4 successes. Okay. You fire off a shot at the massive Hulk. It doesn't even flinch. Juniper, make a dexterity and athletics if you are trying to get past it.
Well, something that the player herself just realized is that we never got the sword out of the crate.
No, we did not.
And it's because we were so distracted by the fucking ghosts.
By the constant whispers of murderer, cannibal, useless.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit like that. Nobody needs to fucking hear that shit. Anyway, so I'm cooked. I have to fucking get that sword before I can get to Delphine.
Okay. So you want to go get the sword. Give me a wits and investigation to dig out the sword. And you are still at the -2. So you don't have to dodge the creature this time. You can just go look for the sword. Delphine, what'd you get?
I got 4 successes.
Okay. So as you attempt to claw at the creature, you instead are lifted up and hurled into the pool of fire you created. Take 2 points of aggravated damage from fire as you hit the pool, and for every round you stay within the fire, it will continue to burn. Forged.
Keeping it up, passed my rage check, and I got 9 success with a crit. I like to imagine I literally claw off the legs of one of them, and as it falls to the ground, stomp on it to finish it off, and with the other, I just dig both my claws into it, lift it up, and just tear it in half as I'm trying to continue onwards.
You do. And exactly as described is what you do. Raymond, roll me a dexterity and athletics -1 as you shifted your focus from the one you were physically engaged with to shoot at the Hulk.
One success.
Okay. You will take 3 points of superficial damage as you are raked by a claw for your efforts of ignoring your current target. Juniper, Forged, and Raymond, I need you to make wits and awareness checks.
Okay.
Is it
just to let
sight-based?
It is sight-based.
Just to let you know, I did get 4 successes with a crit on that searching for a sword.
You did find it, yes.
Okay.
I got 3 dice and 3 rage. We're going to be doing great here. Oh, 2 successes from my end.
Okay.
So I got 5 successes, but is my sharpened senses still up?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
you haven't
so-
dropped it as far as I can tell, and
So
You're still in the same
difficulty's 3 less for me right now.
okay. And Juniper?
I rolled 3 successes.
Okay. Well, Juniper and Forged, you are both able to witness Delphine being hurled into the fire behind the Hulk. Raymond, you see not only that, but you see all of the mangled pieces of all of the destroyed creatures so far beginning to stitch back together. As they were not destroyed with iron or fire, they are only temporarily dispatched. And in fact, they're all amassing in one point. They're crawling towards one point.
Can I gauge how long it will take for them to regroup?
2 more rounds. But if
I will
they
quickly
do
point that out.
successfully do that, they will become a Hulk just like the other one. Anyway, that is what you all see. Next round, Delphine, declare your intention. You are in the middle of the burning mass of bodies and flames, and this is extra gelled Molotov, so it is sticking to you and burning.
So my first question, can I howl and heal in the same turn?
Yeah.
All right, I will howl and then I will try to heal an aggravated damage.
Don't even bother, you're going to take another one.
Okay. So
Actually,
I'll just
yes.
howl?
Roll it, and that could negate the one you take. Yes.
Okay. I pass.
Okay, so yeah, while you are burning, you stay at the same level of damage you're currently at. What's your intention?
My intention is that since I'm on fire, I would like to launch myself at the Hulk.
Okay. All right. Yeah, give me a strength and brawl.
Essentially trying to grapple it and spread the fire onto it.
That's a totally reasonable action, yeah. Forged.
I'm now interesting. Finally, all the stuff in front of me is gone, but now I'm left with. So I see the vampire now, right? Or
You
I
did
only
not
saw
get
that-
high enough. You just saw
Okay.
Delphine get throwing in. You don't know where it went.
So now I just see Delphine getting up to jump onto this creature, which I don't know where the vampire is, but I at least know where the giant troll is. So I'm going. I can't just push it into the fire because that would push Delphine back into it. So I'm just gonna try and grapple with him, and just try and hold him back, so at least Delphine can just push her burning body onto it, and let if Juniper tries to run across the room, she can run across unimpeded.
Okay. Yeah, give me a strength and brawl, and while you're at it, give me a stamina and resolve too. Juniper,
That's me, Juniper.
you have the sword in hand. You
I
see
have the
Delphine burning in the fire beyond. Some of the creatures near here are still thrashing and twitching, but they will likely burn out eventually.
Okay. I see all of that, and I see. Can I say that I see Forge going, like, making the attempt to deal with Delphine?
He's moving forward. Yeah, he's moving forward towards the big Hulk-like creature.
I am gonna use this opportunity to try and go where the leech just was with Delphine before it threw her. I'm gonna try and catch the
Okay.
leech.
Give me a wits and awareness to see if the leech is still there for you to engage. But I will let you make the attempt if they are. Or if you spot them. Raymond.
Well, I took a big swipe by the one in front of me, so I'm gonna refocus my aim and try and attempt to finish it off in front of me.
Okay.
Hopefully it's weak enough to where I can execute it.
It's point blank range, but yeah, you can definitely try. So that's another let's make that a dexterity in firearms in this case, because you're not going to get a good time to aim or anything. You're just going to have to swing back and shoot at them.
Hey, better dice roll for me. I'm okay with that.
Great. Juniper, what'd you got?
I just wanted to ask really quick, can I use my free action to heal before
Yeah.
I run off? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just do that really quick. I did pass my rage check.
Okay.
That heals only one superficial, right?
Yes, it only heals one superficial because you are not in Krynos. So yeah. So what'd you get on your wits and awareness?
I'm gonna roll that right now. Sorry, I was
Okay,
waiting my
no
turn
worries.
to ask about the free action.
Okay, Delphine, what'd you get?
Even after burning a willpower, I only got 4 successes.
Okay. So as you attempt to walk up and clutch the Hulk, they mule kick you back across the fire and up against the wall beyond. Take 5 superficial physical damage as you are just mule kicked and go flying back against the garage door. You are still on fire, but you are not in the fire. So it should burn out. You will take one more round of damage and then you should be fine.
I am impaired.
Okay. Physically? Okay.
Yes.
So that is a -2 to all physical dice rolls. Okay. Forged.
Seeing what happened to Delphine, I don't have very high hopes from me. I also only got 4 successes after burning a willpower, and for the stamina plus resolve, I had to burn another willpower, so I'm at 2 ag willpower damage, and I got 4 successes on that one.
Okay, let me know when your willpower is completely full because you will flee the fight if you do.
I will let you know, boss.
Okay. So, with 4 successes, as you run up towards the Hulk, it lifts its arms over its head and smashes down upon you, breaking concrete underneath you, as if you weren't in Krynos form, you'd probably be flattened like a pancake, but instead, you are only going to take 5 superficial physical damage for your trouble.
Thank goodness for Krynos extra health.
Okay, Juniper, what'd you get on that wits and awareness?
I only got 3 successes.
You do not see the leech currently. How would this alter your actions?
I would have to stop and mentally say fuck off to the ghosts, and then I would do my best to help Delphine.
You can try to use your action to shrug off the ghosts again if you want, with another manipulation and intimidation, or charisma and persuasion, or something of the like, depending on how you phrase it.
Nothing is... I don't have any dice pulls for any of them now.
Well,
So,
okay. So you're just going to run towards the Hulk to attack them? Because Delphine can't really be saved, per se. She's been mule kicked back against the far garage door.
yeah, I guess I would have to turn my attention to the Hulk.
Okay, give me a strength and melee if you are using the sword.
I feel like this is a good reason to use the sword.
It's a great reason to use the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, and sorry, Forge, what did you get on that roll to shake off
Another 4.
Another 4. Okay, so you lose another rage. Okay, Raymond, what did you get?
I got 5 successes.
Okay, easy enough. Blam! You blast the top half of the head off of this creature, sending it tumbling to the ground. The quivering masses that you've been keeping an eye on have gotten closer together and are starting to reform. Top of the order. Or sorry, Juniper. What'd you get on your melee attack?
Only got 4 successes.
Okay. So as this thing has 6 arms, it didn't need to dedicate them all to Forged. It has 2 for you as well, as it backhands you, sending you flying back against the wall, doing 5 points of superficial physical damage to you as it swipes.
Is it possible for me to activate Porcupine's Reprisal
Yeah.
as it hits me? Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do the rage check for that. I pass it.
And how much damage does it take? I believe it's your rating.
Yeah, it's 2 points.
2 points. Okay. So yes, even though you are spindly and it hurts, it does backhand you, send you flying against the wall. The bricks and actually the aluminum that is the wall of the side of this building dents as you hit it with your body. Okay. Top of the order, Delphine. You are a distance away from the Hulk. It is not focused on you. You take 1 point of aggravated fire damage as it continues to burn.
I would like to do the rage check to heal and negate it.
It's 2 rage, right? So
I know, yeah, the 2 rage
Yeah.
checks. I failed both. I'm at 1 rage.
okay, but you do manage to negate the burning of the fire. Most of the fur on your body has given way to welts and blisters. What would you like to do?
I want to hide.
Okay, give me a dexterity and stealth.
It's a -2 penalty because I'm impaired.
Correct.
Right?
Do you want to drop out of Krynos form before doing this? Because I
No,
believe,
if
okay.
if I do, I will go over.
Okay.
Okay, so
I will need you to spend a willpower as well then to stay in Krynos form.
I already marked the box. Do I get my favor because I am trying to escape?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Forged. You have been
when I took-
smashed into the ground by this hulking creature.
When I took that hit, did I gain a rage, by the way?
Yes.
For taking damage? Okay. So it negates the one I just lost. Since I'm in Krynos, I can't really say sentences very well, but all I'm gonna
1,
I
2
will
words
try-
at best.
Like, as I, take the hit, take a stumble back, I'm just gonna look to the pile and just point at it and always say, "Burn." And then I will return.
Which
my
pile?
attention to the growing pile that's becoming a
You
hole.
didn't see that.
I didn't see it. Oh.
Nope. Only
Fair
Ray
enough.
saw it.
Then I will take that back and resume my fight.
Okay.
So, how close are we to the fire?
Its back was burned by the fire. So you are, but it is going out. The fire's dying down. It's been a few rounds since the Molotov was thrown, so it is starting to dissipate. But it
Okay,
is right behind the Hulk.
So it's not dissipated enough. To...
One more. This will be the last round before it does.
Okay. Then at that point, actually, I know exactly. Then I'll use my one word for. I'll look to Juniper. I'll look to this thing's. I'll point to one of its legs about they trip. As I'm going to just try and do my best to just shoulder check or trip this thing into the fire.
Okay,
So
give me a
we last
strength and
round
brawl.
moves.
Because Forge notified me, do I have a chance to help with this?
You can attack it, dividing its attention and lowering its dice pool. So, yes?
I will take it. All right. I would be attacking with the sword again.
Yep, so strength and melee.
Okay.
I-
Can I? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can I use my free action to heal before
Yes.
I make the attack? I'm gonna heal an aggravated damage.
Okay, so that's 2 rage checks.
Yep.
I did want to say, my Luna's Blessing, I do get the bonus of I may gain a rage if I convince other of my pack to follow my orders in battle. Would this qualify as following my orders
Sure.
in battle? There we go. I'll be now for a rage.
Okay. And Raymond.
With the one dispatched in front of me, I'm going to run back to the crate. I believe there's one more Molotov left.
One more good one, yeah. The others are volatile and unexpected. There's 3
Yeah.
that are questionable, but one that is definitely good.
Then I will grab the good one and run to the pile that is reforming and just light and toss it.
Dexterity and
I think-
athletics. You don't want to get too
Okay.
close because this thing will.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to re-roll some.
Okay. So Delphine, what'd you get on your stealth?
I got 4 successes.
Okay. You drop back as best as you can, trying to skirt around the Hulk, maybe even retreating back towards where you started. So far, you seem unimpeded. Forged.
Using my second to last willpower, I have 1 dot of willpower left before I go full.
Well, one superficial willpower
No,
left.
superficial willpower. If anything happens, I'm fucking out of here, guys. But no, I got 10 successes with a crit.
Okay. And Juniper, what'd you get?
I just got 6 successes with a
Okay. So as Forged throws himself against the knee of the Hulk, there's a sickening crack as it starts to buckle and go down, giving Juniper a perfect opening to slice with the blade into the side of it, cutting deeply, and immediately it starts to sizzle and burn as the blade makes contact with it. It is reeling now at the moment. It is still standing, but it is reeling. Raymond, what'd you get on that dexterity and athletics to throw the Molotov?
I got 7 with a crit.
It explodes upon the mass, starting to burn up the pieces that were reforming, causing them to sizzle and hiss and even squeal or screech a little bit as they are burning. You have sufficiently stopped them from reforming the Umber Hulk. Okay. Next round. Yes.
Can we take a quick break for a bio?
Yes. Why don't we go to a 5-minute break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half of tonight's story.
St. Petersburg by Night is brought to you through collaborations with our partnered vendors, Chromatic Creations US, Panchi Artista, Ember Fox Dice, Devlin the Bard, Champs Tramps, and Howlin' Hop Tea. Links to our partnered vendors, as well as our Twitch and YouTube channels, can be found on our website, stpetebynight.com. You can follow St. Pete by Night on all socials with the hashtag St. Pete by Night. If you wish to support our program, you can do so at ko-fi.com/St. Pete by Night to help keep the stories rolling.
As we return, we find that the Fairgrounds building is a mess of burn scars, blood, ichor, and a massive umber hulk of a infected creature is fighting both Forged and Juniper. Delphine is trying to slink away as best as possible while maintaining her Krynos form, and Raymond has just dispatched of the quivering, broken pieces of the infected so far that we're attempting to reform. Now, as we return, let's declare some intentions. Delphine, starting with you.
I think that the best... I will have Delphine look towards Forge and what, like, since I only can really growl out one word, she's going to say in his direction, song, because he told us that he can do that song to make us angry now. So I'm just gonna growl song, and I'm going to go back to try to hide, and I will spend the willpower to stay.
Okay. Forged.
I imagine I hear that, but I'm currently in a conundrum because I remember correctly, Song of Rage requires like a whole action. Let me make sure. It's a full action. So if I would have to stop engaging the giant,
Correct.
and leave Juniper to 1v1 the giant that fended me off, which I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. Because I literally can't do that. So I'm going to continue engaging this giant. Now the fire is gone, I can't trip it into there anymore, so I'm just going to try and claw it to incapacitation, at least so it can be out of the way. We can focus on this leech.
Okay, strength and brawl. Juniper.
Okay, I'm sorry. What exactly is Forged doing?
Fighting.
Yeah, continue fighting the giant. I also like to use the rage to try and heal to superficial.
Okay.
Okay. I am I'm going to also do a free action to heal really quick. And I pass that. Hold on. Sorry, I have like everything up and I'm reading through all of it as well. Okay, so I would also like to continue attacking.
Okay, strength and melee. And Raymond.
At this point, with none of the other infected in front of me, because I dealt with the mound that was reforming.
Correct.
Down the one that was in front of me, I'm gonna unsling the crossbow and load the stake in it.
Okay.
And then try to find the leech. Try to see if I can see it so I can potentially line up a shot.
Give me a wits and awareness.
Is it sight-based?
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
4 successes,
All right.
but the difficulty's decreased.
Right. So you do see it. However, it is moving to attack both Forged and Juniper, who are unaware of its presence. That being said, Forged, what'd you get?
I spent actually my second to last willpower, because I turned out I had one more from Moonquicken. I got 11 successes. No crit,
Okay.
actually.
And Juniper.
I only got 3 successes.
Okay. So, Forged, you do start clawing and raking into the body of the creature, but it does manage to pound a fist down on Juniper. Juniper, you take 6 superficial damage as it drives you down with its fist. Now I need both of you to make wits and awareness checks. You are at a -2 because you are currently fighting the Umber Hulk and therefore not aware of necessarily everything as well as you'd like to be.
Can I try and yell out to like alert them since I noticed the thing?
I will lower the difficulty for them, yes.
I'm glad for that, because I have 1 dice because I'm already impaired.
Okay.
You said a wits and awareness?
Yes.
Okay. So for getting the rage when getting attacked once per scene, is that for aggravated damage only, or is that
No, you
any
can
damage at all?
take another rage. No, go ahead, because you've taken
Can I
damage.
do
Yeah.
that now?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I got 1 success with my 1 dice. It was a 10.
Cool. I'm sure that's enough.
I'm gonna spend a willpower. Okay, that is 5 successes with a crit.
Okay. Juniper, make a dexterity and athletics -1. Forged, you can do nothing. You are going to take the full brunt of what's coming.
That is a brutal outcome.
Okay. So unfortunately, that does not work in your favor when trying to dodge. Therefore, both of you are going to take 3 points of aggravated physical damage as they rush in, hitting both of you with claws. Rake, rake. But this does give you an opening, Raymond, to shoot. Stamina and, or I'm sorry, resolve and firearms. If you are trying to aim for the heart, it is going to be a -2 to your pool.
That
Okay.
takes me out completely.
That extra out completely, all aggravated? Okay.
I was about to turn into Krynos form, but it's too late.
So Juniper, you will drop to unconsciousness on the floor, reverting back to your Hamid form.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to re-roll, and
Okay.
that will make me impaired. Seven with a crit?
Okay. As the leech rushes past, striking both Juniper, who falls, and Forged, who is still standing, as he turns in your direction, the bolt strikes him in the chest. He immediately dissipates as he is completely goes up in a ball of flame, burned away, as does the Hulk, who starts to twitch and shrivel, and the body parts start to fall off as they begin burning away. Combat comes to a close.
Can I, before I fall out of Krynos and become impaired, incapacitated as well, can I go to Juniper and use Mother's Touch? I will spend the willpower to Mother's Touch.
In Krynos form?
It doesn't say that I can't use it in Krynos.
It's true. Yeah, you know what? I'll let you do it. Go ahead. It's not a very big, hulky, smashy type gift, but why not?
What rage are you at, Juniper?
0.
Oh, she's at 0 rage?
She got knocked unconscious, yeah.
Okay, well, I got 4 successes, so does that heal ag? Since it's...
That heals 1 ag.
Okay, so Juniper, you'll heal 1 ag and probably come back as I fall out of Krynos and pass the fuck out.
Okay, so you will also revert back to your Hamid form. Spend another willpower, by the way, to have done that, because it was not damaging. But yes,
no, I'm impaired. I'm impaired both physically and socially.
Okay, so as Delphine places her hands upon Juniper, she then ends up slumping over as Juniper. You are awakened, feeling every pain just tearing through your body. The light, what little light there is too bright. The sounds are too loud, but you are conscious once more. Also, don't forget to take the stain for losing your wolf in this fight, both of you, Delphine and Juniper. But you are awake. The scene is yours.
Forge would be at this point shifting out of Krynos. There's nothing left to kill, so I'll be going down to Rage 1, and I don't become impaired, I believe. Let me make sure.
All of the damage will shift into your primary health.
No, I'm impaired.
Yeah. But not unconscious. Okay.
Nope, I have 3 superficial left.
Okay.
Immediately after taking that shot, seeing Delphine bring Juniper up, Delphine pass out, immediately I'm going to call out to Stakes to get her in, because it's done now. Forge, pick up Delphine. We're heading to the van right now. Juniper, are you okay to walk right now? We need to get out of here now.
As all of this is happening all at once, and I wake back up, and I'm like, everything hurts, several broken bones. I'm like choking on blood, and I'm looking over as Delphine falls and slumps over. I'm doing everything I can to be like, Delphine, Delphine, are you okay? And like trying to reach for her, and everything is just hurting, and my head is pounding, and it's way too bright. I don't even hear Raymond calling out to me. I'm doing everything I can to try and like cradle Delphine and see if she's okay. Not even really caring about myself.
I will run over and kind of shake Juniper a little bit, but also kind of help try to pick her up. It's like, Juniper, Delphine is going to be fine. We need to leave. The leech is dead. The monstrosities are gone. They decomposed. We need to leave because gunshots, fire, everything was heard in that second half of this fight. So we need to get out of here. And we need to get out of here now. Forge is going to take care of Delphine. Stakes is coming in. We're all together. None of us died. We're good. We need to go.
Fuck, it all hurts. It all fucking hurts. Help me get up.
Yeah. And I'll help Juniper get up and kind of look at Forge to see if he's helping up Delphine.
Yeah, Forge like runs on over to Delphine. There's a sense after this whole fight, there's still a little bit of that adrenaline buzz, but there's a little bit of that sense of emptiness, a little bit of something like was taken from him. It doesn't quite feel what he probably should. But he's too focused right now on his mission to really worry about that. He's just gonna pick up Delphine, probably like a fireman's carry, just over the shoulders as Forrest just gets up and just starts jogging, still in pain, but trying to hold it all together towards where we need to go.
As you head towards the garage door that is at the back of the facility where you know the van was stowed, you arrive in time to see it pushed open by Stakes, who is now in her Hamid form as she wheels the garage open, opens the back of the van, and starts getting the crates and putting them in the van.
I will go to the back of the van and help Juniper into the back. And then once I see Forge go in with Juniper, I will help with the crates to get him move as quickly as possible.
Yeah, easily enough. Even by the time you've got Juniper settled, Stakes is preparing to load the last crate into the back, where she hops in and slams the doors shut behind her to the back of the van.
Before she slams the door, I'm gonna keys.
She goes down to her cargo pants pockets and fishes the keys out, and then passes them to you.
I'll run to the driver's seat and turn on the car, and once everyone's settled, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
As you drive away, getting close to the edge of the property, preparing to get on the main roads and back on the highway, you do hear the sounds of sirens and the flashing of lights heading in the general direction. But by the time they arrive at the fairgrounds, you are already well on your way, gone from the area, having successfully dispatched the infected leech and all of their creations. As you're on the road, Stakes finds herself next to Juniper, kind of nuzzling up next to her, trying to make sure she's okay, reaching up to stroke her hair gently and trying not to lick her face in Hamid form, trying to withhold that urge to do so. Are you okay?
I'll be fine. It's just temporary. What about Delphine? Is she up yet?
She won't be up until we get back to the cairn. We need actual healing for this, and we don't have anyone besides her that can do that.
Okay, just keep an eye on her. I'll be fine. I'll be fine, Mom.
She nods and then moves over to Delphine and starts examining her wounds as carefully as possible. Forged and Raymond, you are in the driver and passenger seat respectively. If there's anything you wish to say to each other as you make the drive back.
Forge is currently sitting in the passenger seat, just like foot jittery, still like, you know, feeling the effects of the adrenaline kind of tapping his feet rapidly, looking around, and as things kind of like get farther away, Forge will just let out a little bit of a laugh. Strangely enough, it's a little off-putting, especially what happened, as he had a odd smile on his face. He'll say, "We did it. We fucking did it, man. We did it. None of us died. You fucking torched it up. The whole place is a mess. I didn't think it would go that good. We did it."
Ray will, as he's driving and looking at the road, checking the rear view to make sure none of the cops are following, just constantly seeing if we're about to get caught. But through it all, a smile will spread across his face, and he will also kind of chuckle and start laughing a bit. Yeah, no, there was a few bumps. honestly, but all in all, the plan worked, and we did it. And dude, you killed it in there. Like taking on 3 at a time every time, and then going and dealing with that massive creature was just insane. You and Juniper. I mean, I was ready to charge that big thing if need be, but both of you going in headlong to distract it so we could find an opening was good work. Good work, both of you.
I didn't fucking do anything. It was just fucking useless out there. I'm just staring out the window, quietly brooding, coughing up blood every few minutes.
You were not useless in there. I mean, you being able to double team the massive Hulk was a huge win. I mean, yeah, you got beat and you got your ass kicked, but I mean, all of us got our ass kicked. That's part of the job, right? So I don't think you were useless in there. I mean, you got the sword. You used the sword on something that it needed to be used on. And you guys accomplished in wounding it greatly and distracting it enough for the leech to try and come out and deal with you guys. And I got a lucky shot on it.
Yeah, you were fucking shit up with that. Like shooting them out of the sky, it was pretty crazy. And I mean, Juniper, you came in and slashed that shit up with, distracted at least enough for me to get some good hits in. I mean, it was fucking crazy, and just the feeling of them torn up by my claw. That shit was so fucking rad. I fucking love it. He's just like kind of sitting forward, laughs a little bit more as he'll finally kind of sit back, the exhaustion finally kicking in, as he'll just let out like a deep sigh, just as all his muscles start aching.
The rest of the ride back to the cairn is quiet as everyone reflects over what's happened to them, aside from the unconscious Delphine. We now transition to our next scene. Our next scene begins a couple of hours later. You've returned to the cairn. Sean is tending to both Juniper and Delphine and the wounds they've sustained. Forged has had a few beers and drunk himself into a stupor where he's passed out by the campfire. Stakes eventually emerges from one of the RVs and heads up to you, Raymond, giving you a pat on the shoulder. You did good.
I mean, we all did good. I mean, during the drive and these last couple of hours, I've been thinking about it, and honestly, if we had one less person there doing, and everyone wasn't doing exactly what they needed to do at the time, then that would have been a colossal failure. So
this shows that it's possible, but it doesn't mean that it's consistent. You work together well this time, but as long as these cracks between all of you continue, you're still headed towards falling apart. You know that, right?
Ray will nod a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know the whole Delphine parent situations needs to be resolved, and I think the whole baby mama situation with Forged is, I believe, doing somewhat better, except for what's happened recently. So there's cracks, but we're fixing them slowly. We just gotta take a little bit more time to focus on them.
What about you? Talked about Forged, you talked about Juniper and Delphine, but what about you? He would have been proud, you know. In fact, he probably is proud wherever he is.
I'll give Stakes a look of attempted confusion, because I think I know what she's referring to or who she's referring to, but I kind of want to not let that show.
You can relax. You don't need to stay all hulked out like that.
I don't know what you mean.
She looks at your glabro form, still towering, still rippling with muscles. You're safe. You succeeded. There's no reason to stay on guard.
Oh, yeah. No, I kind of forgot after getting out of there quickly and trying to make sure everyone was okay. I kind of zoned out and forgot. Yeah, give me a second, and I will switch back to Hamid.
As you finally start to shrink in size, your clothes becoming better fitting, there's still a soreness and ache from maintaining that form for as long as you have, but after a couple of deep breaths, you find yourself growing a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more relaxed. I meant Red. He'd be proud of you.
I'll kind of look down and have a small, sad smile kind of spread across my face. I mean, I hope. We accomplished the mission, and we did it as cleanly as we could. I mean, hopefully he knows that we're succeeding. He knows that we're doing good as a pack. I hope he knows that, wherever he is.
I knew Red a long time. He knows, and he would be. However you left things, that's not the end of the story. It's only the end if you let it be. We're Guru. That means there's more to all of this. He's still here with you, if you let him be. Otherwise, he will be gone.
Ray will kind of take a deep breath and exhale, and kind of a big sigh, kind of releasing everything that's happened over the past hours. Yeah. I know. Loss is going to happen. It's part of our life now. And I don't think, no matter how long I end up living, I will ever forget Red and the time he took to teach me and show me what it was like to be Guru and be a leader. And hopefully I can do his teachings justice, and I can continue going forward and growing in exactly what he wanted me to be.
Good. You're a good leader, Raymond, and a good Guru. And hopefully that means you're going to live a long time. But just because loss is expected doesn't mean it's easy. Believe me, I know. Red was basically my closest friend, especially after everything that happened. And I miss him. But I know he would want me to continue looking after all of you. He would want me to continue fighting, just like he would want you to. Remember, don't regret.
I'll look at Stakes and kind of think about what she said a little bit. And if she lets me, I'll put my hand on her shoulder.
She does.
And, well, you're doing a good job. You're looking out for us. You're doing whatever you can to help us grow, continue to grow and improve. I know that Juniper calls you mom, but I think all of us in some way, shape, or form think of you as more than just a mentor of our pack. You are our pack mother in a sense, and I think we all think that.
She nods her head. I always will be, no matter what happens. I'm proud of you, Raymond. Proud of the guru you've become. Proud of what you did, not just tonight, but every night since you've arrived here. Your job isn't easy. My job as pack mom, as you put it, pales in comparison to yours. Sure, I can lick your wounds, tell you everything's going to be okay. Try to keep you on the right path. But when it all comes down to it, you're the one at the front. You're the one leading. And you lead by example.
A small pang of guilt kind of blossoms in my chest a little bit, because earlier she said that I only mentioned the other 3 with problems, and I also have a problem, but I'm not really leading by example by keeping that a secret. And everyone has been telling me recently that I need to finally tell everyone, and I've been putting it off. And so that comment really hits a little bit deeper in not the way that she intended. And so I won't say anything at that, but I'll kind of give her a look, trying to smile, giving her a thank you, but it's a little bit weird.
Give me a manipulation and subterfuge.
With my 1 dice, I got 0 successes.
She stares at you for a long, hard moment, her one eye studying you. The truth will always come out. Would you rather be in front of it or behind it?
At this point, my hand will move off the shoulder, and I will look away from Stakes and kind of stare out into the forest of the Bond. And After about 30 seconds of silence, at this point, I would have to say in front. I think at any point in time in the past, I would have chose to be behind. Because at that point, you know, whatever was found is found and I could deal with it. But now I'm realizing that that's not the best option. And all these words of praise that everyone's saying is starting to hurt a little bit more than it being good.
You need to unburden yourself. Being the leader doesn't mean carrying the weight of the world. It means instructing others onto how they can help. It means choosing the path and the direction. It doesn't mean taking it all on yourself. You would collapse under the weight of it. From what you're saying, sounds like that's already happening. This wasn't your hardest fight, Raymond. There is an even more difficult fight to come.
I know. I understand that this isn't the end. It's far from being the end. But leading from the front and unburdening myself, at this point, if I did that, everything that I've said towards the betterment of the pack or to my pack mates, it would be all hypocritical. What I said and what I did and what I told them, why should they listen to me at this point?
Do you want to continue to be hypocritical? Add more things to that growing pile? Or would you rather trust that your pack will give you an opportunity for a fresh start?
It's a big thing. It's not small. I don't know if that fresh start would be offered.
Because being haunted by the dead parents of your packmate that you murdered is a small thing?
I don't know, Stakes. It's a situation that potentially could be worse.
And if it is, you'll handle it. If it is, you will lead by example through it. This life is too short to hold grudges. It's too short to carry baggage. It's too short to be a liar.
I'll look down at the ground and put my hands in my pockets and look back up and turn to Stakes with a little bit of a pained expression on my face. I want to, but I don't know.
What's the worst that could happen?
In my mind, I will say Jordan dies. But out loud, I will look at her and say, I lose my pack.
And your pack wasn't strong to begin with.
I hope you're right. I hope that everything will be better if I say it. Because at this point, I honestly need all their help.
When have I been wrong?
I can't really think of a moment.
So take it from me. It might hurt. It might make things difficult for a while. But I don't believe in my core that you will lose them. There might be apologies, explanations. You will have to take those stings that they send your way. But if you take them with dignity and honor, eventually those stings will cease. Because there is not a single one of them that can say they are perfect. They can lie, but they know in their core they are not perfect.
You're right. Yeah. No, you're right. I guess that's the next step.
You earned their respect tonight. In fact, you all earned each other's respect. Don't let that be for nothing.
I won't. Yeah. No, I'm going to tell him.
I believe you. But as much as I am your mother, I'm also not. So I'm not going to hound you down about this. But know that I'll know that you didn't.
And honestly, that sounds a lot worse than you hounding me.
She smirks slightly. It would be. You'd break your mother's heart.
I'll take my hands out of my pockets and kind of clasp them in front of me and stretch a little bit. Well, the high from successfully completing the mission is gone. I'm a little bit more bummed out now.
Don't be. I believe there's this thing that the Glasswalker was talking about called compartmentalization. Keeping the things separate. Enjoy your victory, but don't forget what still needs to be done. That's what a leader is. The ability to see the whole field and not ignore any of it.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I just got to focus on one thing at a time. And right now, we succeeded. So can't really get much better than that at this moment.
No, you can't. So enjoy it. The work can begin tomorrow.
At that, I'll look at Stakes. You want to go over to where Forged is? Hopefully he didn't drink all the beer. And we can celebrate a little bit.
That sounds good. As the two of you head off to revel in your victory, you still can't help but think of what lies ahead. Think of Jordan. Think of what that means when you actually say it. When you say it to their faces, those who at times you've been able to look down upon, but those you've tried to bring up. But you can't lift someone up when you yourself are sinking. This is where our story comes to a close, but not without one last scene. Our last scene takes us to Piney Point, the center, the epitome of all the evil that has been wrought upon Tampa as of late. We find Vanessa, the blonde-haired executive, the green siren, walking, her heels clattering off the concrete as she approaches the gate that opens to Piney Point. As she gets closer, we see an individual in a hoodie, the hood drawn over their head, their hands stuffed in their pockets. She approaches. So, you had something to tell me. The figure slowly lifts their head. I have so much to tell you. As the yellowed teeth of Jordan are seen smiling beneath the hood, our story comes to a close. Thank you so much to these amazing players. Thank you to everybody watching at home. Be sure to tune in to Rage Across Tampa on Tuesday, as these are two stories that coincide with one another. And then we'll be back with another episode of Hellhounds next Friday. For these amazing players, I'm Kent, and we'll see you next time.
This has been a St. Petersburg by Night production. Hellhounds is produced in agreement with the World of Darkness and Dark Pack. The storyteller for Hellhounds is Kent. Tonight's characters were voiced by Jay, Lilith, Ben, Nikki, and Katie. Visit our website at stpetbynight.com for more information about all of our productions and how you can become a part of our community. Thank you for listening. Until next time, fangs, stakes, and claws out.